I'm going to use an example of an on-demand webinar we did earlier this year. And then so I have the recording here. So this was a webinar we did back in February, and we went through the same process. We were trying to bring out the webinar into chapters for our audience to consume on demand, and then have it in that segmented process that I mentioned before. And like I mentioned previously, like if we were to do this in a manual process, it would take about 3 to 4 business days for us to execute. With Parmonic, it was within 24 hours. So it's as simple as just logging into the software here, and then you're brought to this dashboard. And then all we need to do is upload the video from here, and all you need to do is just add the title, enabling analytics. Oh, there it is right there. So I don't need to, and then making sure the language is in the right format. That's one of the great advantages to Parmonic, I have to say, is that there are multiple languages that it could translate from. And so we're able to, for a lot of our global audiences, they could submit their local recordings to us, and we could provide them with this same service and have it broken up into chapters based on their native language and provide it back to them so they can offer the same service within any region. So once we're done here, go to next, and then it's going to ask me for the upload to upload the video. And it is right here. And you just click, and then your video is being uploaded. And it could usually take between about maybe 10, 15 minutes sometimes, no more than that. But while we're waiting, Piyush, did you have any questions that you wanted to ask me regarding this process?
Yes, I wanted to ask specifically around foreign languages. I know you have a very globally distributed audience as well as globally distributed team. Can you elaborate a little more, like where is your audience and what kind of languages is the content being created, and which are the most popular languages?
Wow, the most popular languages, well, I would say English is probably our most popular. We do cater to Latin America, so Spanish and Portuguese are very important. In Europe, German, French, Russian, in Spanish as well are very popular. I would say in the Asia Pacific region, Hindi would be very important. We also cater to a variety of different Asian languages, Chinese, Mandarin. But I mean, predominantly English, but we do have a lot of European localization we do as well.
That's great. I think as the other Tom, the famous journalist and author from the New York Times, wrote a book 10, 15 years back called The World is Flat. The audiences are distributed. Companies like yours are distributed. I find it very fascinating that you choose to localize the content and not just share it in one language. I think I'm sure your audience appreciates it as well. It really opens up another channel to the hearts of audience members when you try and at least speak their language.
Well, absolutely. I mean, a lot of the challenges that we're facing with the companies that we service today, those are global challenges. And you got to be able to, as marketers, reach those folks in other regions in a personalized way. And the only way that you can really, the most important way you could do that is through localization. And so that's why I work with a lot of our field marketers around the world to provide them with some of the content that I produce and see how they can localize it for their regions. And then also be able to provide them with the same on-demand services that I do for our North American and European customers